Welcome to the lesson Equiangular Triangles Session 1. In this session, we are going to discuss the first two theorems which are related to the chapter Equiangular Triangles. Theorem: a line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle divides the other two sides proportionally. This is the first theorem related to the chapter. Once again, the theorem: a line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle divides the other two sides proportionally. Let's try to identify this theorem using a diagram. The diagram triangle ABC is given. Here you can see the line PQ. The line PQ is drawn parallel to a side of the triangle ABC. In fact, PQ is drawn parallel to BC. Therefore, when a line drawn, this is an additional line drawn in the triangle. So when a line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle, then it divides the other two sides proportionally. Here, since PQ parallel BC, this line PQ parallel to one of the side of the triangle ABC. Here PQ parallel to BC. Therefore, the theorem says, according to the theorem, AP is to PB equal AQ is to QC. Here see what the theorem says: a line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle. Here this is the line drawn parallel to a side BC, divides the other two sides. Which are the other two sides of the triangle? AB and AC. So this line PQ divides the other two sides proportionally. Proportionally mean the ratio of the divisions are equal. Here the ratios equal mean proportion. So here AP is to PB, the ratio of the length of the line segments. Here AP is to PB, AQ is to QC. So these two are equal. We have learned that ratios can be written as fractions. Therefore, AP is to PB equal AQ is to QC can also be written in the fractional form AP over PB equal AQ over QC. Let's go for one more diagram. This time triangle PQR. Here the line ST, this is the additional line. This time this line drawn, ST drawn parallel to PR. So ST parallel PR. So according to the theorem, when a line drawn parallel to any side of a triangle divides the other two sides proportionally. So which two are the other two sides then? PQ and QR. Since ST parallel PR, then according to the theorem, the result here PS is to SQ. The divisions, the ratio of the other two sides divisions, PS SQ equal to RT TQ. RT TQ. So when you write in the fractional form, it's going to be PS over SQ equal RT over TQ. Here in the first figure, line PQ is parallel to BC. In the second one, ST is parallel to PR. Let's go one more. Triangle DEF, a line GH is drawn parallel to FE. So when a line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle divides the other two sides proportionally, that means DF and DE, the ratio of the divisions going to be equal. Since GH parallel FE, once again according to the theorem, DH equal HE, DH is to HE equal DG is to GF. Here finally DH over HE equal DG over GF. When you are selecting the ratio, you can get the upper part, thereafter the bottom part. Or here you can get from here PS SQ from bottom to top. But anyhow, we should maintain the order. That means the ratio of the lengths of the line segment should be written in the order. Okay, let's go for some examples to understand more about this theorem. Examples based on the given information in the figures, find the values of unknown terms. The first example here, the triangle ABC is given. Triangle ABC is given and the ratios given, the length of the line segments AD 6 centimeter, DB to be find X, AE 4 centimeter and EC 2 centimeter. So when you consider this diagram is suitable to apply our theorem. What is the theorem? A line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle divides the other two sides proportionally. Here you can see the line DE drawn parallel to BC. Therefore, according to the theorems, since DE parallel BC, we can write the divisions of the other two sides proportionally. The conclusion. When you write in the fractional form the conclusion of the theorem, that is AD over DB equal AE over EC. Then let's substitute the data. 6, AD 6, DB unknown X, AE 4 and EC 2. So this is why we are keeping the proportional equations in the fractional form. When you are writing the fractional form, it is easy to find the unknown by cross multiplying. So when you cross multiply 4x equal 12, then x equal 3. So x equal 3 centimeter. Here see, here 4, here 2. So when you simplify the ratios 4 is to 2, when you simplify by 2, actually the ratio AE is to EC is 2 is to 1. 2 is to 1. Simplified answer is 2 is to 1. Look at the ratio of the other side. AD, DB. Here 6, X become 3. So 6 is to 3. Once again when you simplify by 3, what the simplified ratio of the side AB? Again 2 is to 1. Here 2 is to 1. Here 2 is to 1. This is what the theorem says. When a line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle divides the other two sides proportionally, the either sides ratios of divisions are equal. Let's go for one more example. Triangle PQR. The triangle PQR, PS is given 4 centimeter, SR 3, QT is unknown, X. The question is QT, X unknown. Here QR is given 14 centimeter. So let's apply the theorem when a line drawn parallel to a side of the triangle, here ST drawn parallel to a side of the triangle PQ. When these two are parallel, can apply the theorem. Since ST parallel PQ, according to the theorem, the equation is going to be PS over SR equal QT over TR. Let's substitute the values. PS 4, SR 3, QT is X, TR, here TR is not given directly the value, so we can obtain that value. The total length QR 14, QT is X, therefore TR is 14 minus X. So 4 over 3 equal X over 14 minus X. By cross multiplying, 3X equal 56 minus 4X. So 7X 56 meaning X equal 8 centimeter. And this is how we are solving problems related to first theorem. When the divisions are given, now we can solve how to find the length of the unknown term. Okay, let's study the converse of the theorem. Converse of the theorem, if a line divides two sides proportionally, then that line is parallel to the third side. Let's see the diagram. Triangle ABC, an additional line PQ is drawn. Theorem says if a line, that means let's assume that line is PQ, if a line divides two sides proportionally, if this line divides the side AB and AC proportionally, then the divisions of ratios are equal proportionally, then that line is parallel to the third side. In the proper theorem, we learn if the ratios are equal when the line is parallel. When the line is parallel, divisions, ratios equal. This time, converse of the theorem says, if the ratios are equal, then the line is parallel. Okay, in the triangle ABC, let's write the conclusion of the theorem. If AP equal PB, if AP is to PB equal AQ is to QC, that means the ratios of the divisions of the side AB and the ratios of the divisions of the side AC are equal. If these ratios equal, that means proportion, then the conclusion is PQ parallel BC. Ratios equal meaning in the fractional form AP over PB equal to AQ over QC. If this equation is true, or when the ratio equal, then the lines are parallel. So this is what the converse of the theorem. Let's identify this theorem more using an example. Based on the information in the figure, show that AB parallel XZ. So we need to prove that this line AB is parallel to XZ. So actually we need to prove the converse of the theorem here. Okay, to prove the converse theorem, that means the lines parallel, we should consider the lengths of the divisions of the sides. Here 2, here 3, here 3, here 4.5. Let's go for the ratios of each side. When you consider the side XY, when you consider the length of XY, the divisions ratio is given 2 to 3. So XA is to AY 2 is to 3. XA is to AY 2 to 3. This is the ratios of the side XY. Let's go for the ratios of the next side, that means ZY. Here the ratio is given 3 to 4.5. 3 to 4.5. The first one answer become 2 to 3. Let's see the answers of the second side. 3 to 4.5. Here the 3 is to 4.5 can simplify by 1.5 when this is divided or simplified by 1.5, the final ratio of ZB to BY is become 2:3. Divide by 1.5, 2:3. So here the ratio 2:3. In the first time, here also the ratio 2:3. So the ratios are equal. That means XA is to AY equal ZB is to BY. Since these ratios equal, by the converse of the theorem says if the ratio is equal, the lines are parallel. Therefore, AB parallel XZ. So this is what the converse of the theorem. Let's go for one more example. In the given figure, AC parallel PR and AB parallel PQ, prove that BC parallel QR. Here, AC and PR parallel, two arrowheads indicating that information here. AC parallel PR given, and also AB parallel PQ. We need to show that BC, here BC and QR are parallel. Let's see how to prove this. Let's consider the triangle AXC. Here AXC. In this triangle AXC, it's very clear the line PR is parallel to AC. By considering only the triangle AXC, we can apply the proper theorem for that triangle. When a line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle divides the other two sides proportionally, then the conclusion for applying the theorem to the triangle AXC, here when a line drawn parallel, the other two sides divisions equal. So XR over RC equal XP over PA. That is what the conclusion when the theorem is applied to the triangle AXC. One more time, we apply the same theorem, this time for the triangle AXB. AXB. Here too, the line PQ parallel to the side AB. Since the lines are parallel, what is the conclusion? What is the result when apply the theorem to the triangle AXB? Again the ratio is equal. So XQ over QB equal XP over PA. So second time we apply the theorem for the triangle AXB. For the triangle AXC, equation number 1. For the triangle AXB, equation number 2. So when we observe the two equations carefully, here XR over RC equal to XP over PA. Second time, XQ over QB is also equal to XP over PA. So by the axioms, here these two same. So by the first and the second equation, we can write down that from number 1 and 2, XR over RC, this part, is equal to XQ over QB. What is XR? Here, XR over RC, the conclusion that is equal to XQ over QB. Just before we learn the converse of the theorem. The converse of the theorem says in any triangle, the length of the divisions are equal. That means the ratio is equal. Here XR over RC equal XQ over QB. So the divisions equal that means they are proportional. So according to the converse of the theorem, QR is parallel to BC. So since XR is to RC equal XQ is to QB, converse of the theorem, BC parallel QR. Here we apply the proper theorem for the first two times for the two triangles using the conclusion, the results, we deduce that the ratio is equal, therefore the lines are parallel. Because this is what the first session of equiangular triangles.